Now, was that thumbnail ridiculous enough for you? Anyway, I'm getting over my coronavirus infection. I don't think I had the coronavirus. I did. I was worried about it for a second because I mean, it's going around. People are dying. Doctors are dying. The doctor who found the coronavirus, or who the whistleblower, the other whistleblower, he died. 34-year-old. They tell us, oh, it's just old people and people with compromised immune systems. But yet, this young 34-year-old doctor, who's a professional with this kind of stuff, dies. Anyway, so I was a little bit concerned, but I just have some minor viral infection or whatever. I'm getting over it. I had my fever 2 days ago. Much better. My voice may sound a little weird, but it's all good. Anyway, so I'm going to try to talk about 5 reasons why your exotic uh, daily driver is stupid. And I don't mean your car. I just mean the concept of this. People talk about, can you daily drive an Alpha 4C? That's what we're in today. Can you daily drive an Alpha 4C? Can you daily drive a Lamborghini Huracan? Can you daily drive a... It's stupid because, number one, what makes a good daily driver, you have to consider the kind of money you're working with, first of all. Because one of the things where some of these cars may not be good daily drivers because of reliability issues. I wouldn't want to drive let's say, a particularly unreliable Ferrari that's going to potentially break down on me, and it's, $10,000, $20,000 bill. I don't want to be racking up a lot of miles on it because of the potential risk of the expenses of maintenance. Maintenance, not even just breaking down, maintenance in general. I don't want to be wearing out parts that are going to cost me a lot of money. I got carbon ceramic brakes that are going to be $20,000 to replace, whatever it is, right? So, but if you've got millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, do you really care? So it's relative to the amount of money you have. So you got to consider the car, your economic status, combine the two, and that's going to be a personalized thing. So I can't say for you, is the Alpha 4C, is it a good daily driver? Now, for me, if I have to do a random $2,000 repair, $3,000, $5,000, whatever, that's not going to do anything for me. But a lot of people, that could be a very, very big deal. So if it is, then this is not a good daily driver for you because that could happen. It's fairly reliable. I don't have any major concerns about anything like that happening, although it could. But I can handle that kind of stuff. So again, your financial status makes it relative in terms of what's a good daily driver for you. The next thing is your physical condition. You could be someone who, because a lot of these cars, like this particular car, is real low to the ground, not so easy to get in and out of. So if you're not in the best of shape, you have a bad back or something like that, and my back does act up sometime, but it's been okay with me in terms of driving this car. I did, it was 800 miles or something the first weekend. I think more than that, to be honest. I think it was like 1,000 miles. But anyway, I didn't have any problems with it, but your mileage may vary. But your physical condition is definitely something that is relative to what is a daily driver. What's a good daily driver? It's really hot in here, and I have the heater on 1. It's 29 degrees outside, and the heat on 1, I am sweating. I know I'm wearing a sweater, so sweater's supposed to make you sweat. Chris, 10R, what up? Anyway, so your physical condition is relative. You have something like a Lotus. Lotus is a similar car in terms of getting in and out of. It can be really, really challenging getting in and out of a Lotus. So physical condition, someone who is more agile, you're more flexible. You can drive a Lotus on a daily basis and you're good to go. Someone who's not so agile, this sucks. I could do this on a weekend once in a while, but I can't drive this every day. It's ridiculous. It's too tight. It's too compact. And of course, we're also considering the car, the specific car itself, because again, Lotus car being very, very tight. You do have exotic cars that are pretty roomy. Ferraris tend to be pretty comfortable compared to Lamborghinis. Lamborghinis more extreme. They're trying to change that now. The Mentador, they're trying to make it like, oh, it's the car that you racetrack and you can daily drive it and all that kind of stuff. And I think they've done some great strides, in that respect. But I still regard the Ferraris to be the more comfortable cars in general. So physical condition, mileage may vary. I would say also another factor is What are you daily doing? What are you daily doing? Like, daily driver, what does that mean? I know a guy who drives an I-8. This guy literally drives, I think, a mile or two in the I-8 from his house to the office. A mile or two. So you're talking about he's doing 4 or 5 miles a day. If you're only doing 4 or 5 miles in a day, your options in terms of what works for a daily driver, that's really wide. You could have a super extreme car that's really uncomfortable, it's loud and all this kind of nonsense. There's no air conditioning, it's got no windows, whatever. It's a mile and a half, right? So it's also relative to what you're daily doing. You can't just say, this is a good daily driver. Okay, for who? To do what? One guy's doing a 60-mile commute, the next guy's doing a mile. You can't tell them both, this is a good daily driver. It's relative to what you're daily doing with the car, right? So those are 3. I'm just going to get 2 more. So your financial situation, your physical condition, also what you're daily doing. And then also, I would say, I was going to say it's relative to also how many cars you have, because, you could look at one car and say, like this, for example, this car, it's not a good daily driver because I wouldn't want to be in an Alfa 4C when it's snowing. I wouldn't want to be in an Alfa 4C when it's snowing. And frankly, I don't even really drive in the rain like that. It's too special of a car. I would way faster, just to be clear, I would way faster drive in the rain, even snow, Lamborghini Aventador, Lamborghini Huracan, Lamborghini Gallardo, Lamborghini Murcielago. I would way faster drive any of those cars than I would drive an Alfa 4C. Now, if you're talking about one of the limited editions, Centenario or something like that, that's a different story. And that's the point. This car is more rare, far more rare and more special in my opinion than your typical Lamborghini. You go to a car show, you go to an exotic meet, whatever it is, you're gonna see tons of Huracans, Gallardos, you even see Murcielagos. You're not gonna see Alfa 4Cs. There's not many of them, period. They didn't make many of the Alfa 4Cs, so they're very, very rare. And it's also a very special car. It's not just rare. You could make a run of Camrys and only produce 100 of them, but it's still going to be a Camry. This car, full carbon fiber tub, 2,400 pounds. The car was designed with passion in mind. It's a very, very focused car. It's a car that defied the rules. When you make a car, generally a car manufacturer, they're making a car for business purposes. They're making it in terms of, we want to make money, we want to make it profitable. We want to make a car that's going to actually sell, but this car wasn't made with that in mind. It was made with fun, passion, it's all about the driving experience. So very, very unusual car. They didn't make many of them. This is not the car that I would just be driving in the rain, driving in the snow, all willy-nilly, right? Because of that reason. So, back to my point. But if you have a bunch of cars, not a big deal. You can make this a daily driver if you have other daily drivers. If it's your only daily driver, that changes it. So again, relative to the to the individual, right? If you've got another car that's appropriate for those weather conditions, then this can be a daily driver. Daily, you drive the Alfa 4C, and then when the weather is bad, you drive the Murcielago, or you drive the I-8, or what is Ferrari, whatever you got. You can switch it up. So again, relative to the particular driver. And I think the final point, which I think kind of maybe was covered with the other ones, some of the other points I made, is also where you live, right? Daily driver where? Daily driver what? Daily driver who? Where are you going to be daily driving the car? Look at me, I'm sweating in here. It's 29 degrees outside. The heat is cranking in here. So it depends on where you live. If you live in an area that's a lot of off-road, dirt road, all that kind of stuff, you probably want to get something that's appropriate to the environment. So I guess the ultimate theme and the underlying theme is when you say daily driver, like, can this be a daily driver? Can that be a daily driver? Daily driver for who? Right? You've got to consider the driver, the financial situation, their physical condition, their actual location, and what they're daily driving. Like in terms of where they're going. What are you doing on a daily basis to answer those questions? Chris is in the house. Yo, yo, yo. So I'm wrapping it up. Best daily to me would be a truck in my case. I'm going to gun range in my area. The road sucks for low ground vehicles. Yeah, you don't want an Alpha 4C in that kind of condition. So with that being said, since we've totally reduced the concept of can you daily drive the blank, I'm going to tell you a quick comment about the Alpha 4C as a daily driver. Daily driver, for me, I don't think so. In theory, yes. If this wasn't such a special car, if there were, similar numbers of Alpha 4Cs on the road as, Huracans, Murciélagos, I could just go to a Lamborghini dealership and they have certain common parts in stock and stuff like that. You know what I mean? If it was just another model, right? There was the Alpha 2C, and then the 3C, and now this is the 4C, and then it's going to be a 5C. If it was like that, it was more common, it was more regular, then I would say definitely I could daily drive this car for sure. I would daily drive this car for sure. But that's not the case. It's a very special car, very limited production. So on top of respecting the special nature of this car, I look crazy right now. I'm sweating my butt off. I'm wearing a sweater, so wow, of course I'm sweating. But anyway, if it wasn't so special, then I would definitely daily drive it. But I can guarantee you most people wouldn't do that. I'm not most people. I'm the guy who takes a sports bike and rides 400 miles. That's me. I'm kind of crazy like that. So me being a crazy guy, really into cars, really into motorcycles, my standards are a little bit crazy. So with my crazy standards, this is an absolute daily drive. I don't have concerns about reliability. Fuel consumption is awesome. It's low to get into, but I'm 6 feet tall. I got no issues. It takes a little more effort, but guess what? It's a special car. It's a special experience. I don't expect it to be as convenient and as easy, as simple as a regular thing. It's not regular. This is special, right? When you're doing special things, you have to do special things. That's just how it is. Let's say you're taking a trip across town versus a trip to the moon. It's going to be very different going to the moon. You got a lot more gear and training and all this. It's a big deal, right? So driving a car like this, a special car like this, I'm going to expect that it's going to be a little bit more involving. I'm not going to just, slip right into it and it's super convenient and everything is, But the point is, just because of that, I do have my limits. I don't want something that's like, oh man, it sucks every time I get in here. And it's not that. It's just a little bit more effort to get in and out and, turning the wheel. There's no power steering and stuff like that. And I don't care because the loads of fun and excitement that I have from the car, it just completely obliterates any concern about, hey, I can just open the windows. It is 29 degrees outside. So yeah. Can I daily drive this car? Absolutely, but I wouldn't because the car is too special. That being said, this is Carlyle's Picks, and I think the concept of can you daily drive this, can you daily drive that is pretty stupid. Which is why I'm going to be doing some videos about certain cars and answering the question of can you daily drive it. It's what people want to see. They want to see it, so I'm going to do the videos, even though I think it's kind of a stupid thing. It's stupid, but still, you can learn from it, From me trying to illustrate, I'll do a full video on this car, whether it's daily drivable. From me illustrating the points of this car, in terms of whether it's appropriate or not to daily drive it, you can learn about the car. So it's not like it's a total waste of time. It's just kind of like, who cares? But it's relative. It is relative. But it's still informative to hear people talk about their views on daily driving their cars. So for that, I'll still do it. It's Carl's Picks. You enjoyed the video, make a like button, subscribe for the sweaty coronavirus video in the Alpha 4C. In my pajamas, yo. Look, I'm in my pajamas. Yo, check it out. Yo, click on the like button for doing the video in my pajamas. With the grandpa. Can you see the slips? I got the slippers on. Right in front of the carbon fiber tub. You see the slipper? You can see it. I'm in my pajamas. You know why I'm in pajamas? Because I love this car so much. I live in the car. You guys always wanted to know where I live. I live in an Alpha 4C. See all my clothes right here? No, I'm just kidding. I don't live in a car, guys. But click on the like for the pajama jammy jams. And if you enjoyed the video, have a great week. I hope you're having a great Sunday relaxation. I'm feeling much better. I still got a little bit of a headache going on, but I've been just relaxing the whole weekend, taking it easy so I can be full speed ahead tomorrow. I'm doing the soup thing and the mouse thing. Well, I found a mouse in the house yesterday. I found a mouse in the house. It's been a crazy night. First of all, I left this car parked outside, and the cover mysteriously ended up 2 blocks away. I don't know how that happened. So I've just literally been driving around looking for my cover. I found it. It's in the back. And I found a mouse in the house last night. I've never had a mouse before. I had to go to the hardware store and get those stupid sticky traps, and I didn't catch anything. I went this morning. There's nothing in the traps. So there's still a mouse running around. Maybe that's why I got the corona. I got the corona from the mouse, probably, because I've never had a mouse. I get the coronavirus, and then I don't have the coronavirus. I'm being silly. I have like a viral infection. I wouldn't quite say flu, but something like that. I'm almost completely better. But anyway, point is, I got sick. 2 days later, a mouse shows up while I'm making soup. I'm making soup, trying to make myself better. Soup is good food. Campbell's soup is good food. I'm washing my vegetables, and all of a sudden, squeak, 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 this mouse drops on my vegetables, and then he jumps behind the counter. I'm like, what in the hell? Meanwhile, I'm on the phone. So the person who hears me on the phone, I'm gonna admit, it freaked me out. It's a freaking mouse falling from the sky. So I freak out, and it's a little bit embarrassing. Luckily, the person couldn't really hear what was going on, so it's a little bit less embarrassing. But I freak out. I'm like, oh shoot, there's a mouse in the house. I go to the store, pick up the baits, and had a fun time last night thinking about, is this mouse gonna come in my bedroom? Yes. I'm gonna say that I'm a grown man. I'm not afraid of a little mouse. I'm afraid of the germs and bacteria that they carry that could kill me, right? Because what's that mouse gonna do to me, guys? Come on, it's gonna nibble on me, nibble. Come on, look at me, 6 foot tall, sweaty guy. I'm not afraid of a mouse. Anyway, that's been my weekend. I'm gonna try to enjoy the rest of the weekend. Movies, soup, no more mice, no more driving around the neighborhood looking for my car cover because it somehow mysteriously blew away over the trees, and I don't know what happened, guys. I don't know. All I know is this video has ran on way too long. Click on the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and until next time, this is Carlyle's Picks. Be well. That's my outros. That's my outro music. My new outro music.